Hi guys, LTAlf here, bringing you a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new update that's just been released on Call of Duty World War II. Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new update video. Today we're just going to be talking a bit about the weapon tuning adjustments. As we previously said in an older video, which I will link in the top right hand corner of the screen now, the FG42 has been rebuffed from its previous nerf. It's had a slight recoil buff, meaning it'll aim a bit better. I personally didn't think there was much wrong with the aim, but obviously Sledgehammer did. And a slight fire rate buff. Personally, I think this was really important just to the gun, because previously, after the last update, the fire rate was like killed that much that it was almost people could skip and jump in between your shots, like you just saw there. Obviously my shots weren't the most accurate, but there was still a bit of missing. Secondly, the grease gun, a gun that hasn't really been talked about much in any of their recent blog posts or anything that they've said on Reddit. So the grease gun has had a recoil adjustment to give the players more control. I personally thought that the grease gun was quite a good weapon just because it was so accurate, but and obviously it's 3-shot and it's ADS transition time buff. I think that means it's sprint out time maybe, or just how fast it aims down the sight after transitioning between something. Transitioning between what, I don't know. Probably pull up time, but obviously I'm not sure. The Kar 98, as we said, it has been nerfed. ADS transition time nerf, which is obviously just to counteract how fast it was actually aiming in. And then in the opposite sense, the Lee Enfield has been buffed in the ADS transition time. What this means for the sniping category, I don't know. Does it mean that we've now got 3 OK weapons with the Springfield, the Kar and the Lee Enfield? Does it now mean that we've got 3 unusable weapons? Does it mean that we've got 3 OK weapons? Personally, I thought the Kar 98 was a really good sniper. The Lee Enfield tapered off from the very start after you used the Kar, just because you see how superior the Kar was. And the Springfield just a bit too slow to scope in for me. Obviously it needs to counteract its damage in some way, but it's almost like the sniping community just getting no love at all whatsoever, really. And then you've got, is our next weapon that we're going to be talking about, the combat shotgun, which obviously we've previously said could also be impacted by the recent nerf, which it has been. It's had a slight max damage range nerf, but still overall a buff to where it was at the launch of the game. Obviously Sledgehammer have said that maybe what they did with the 50 units was too much. Obviously they haven't said right here how far that range is, whether they have reduced it down to 30 or not. But it does help that the combat shotgun has been nerfed, because that gun was really overpowered, probably the most likely to kill your shotgun on the game at close range, especially in core, because the other two at this point in the game previous to this, just they weren't usable. And then finally the sawed-off shotgun, that's had a max and mid damage range buff, so obviously it's gonna really try to hit now quite hard. A buff to the number of pellets to kill. Obviously before we were saying it was like 6 or 7, maybe 5, so it might be 4 or even 3 pellets to kill now. So you really benefit from scoping in, but obviously most people who use snipers just want to be able to sprint and fire, just not break most people using the shotgun don't want to break stride while shooting. It's had a reload time buff, so obviously whatever it was, it's now increased and improved. And a hip spread nerf, so as I previously said, you're going to really benefit from the ADS, just because how tight you're going to be able to look down the sights, and how you're going to be able to hit them less shots than before. And then some maps have been changed as well. I think it's more spawns and flag positionings, but we'll talk about them too. So on St. Marie de Mont, the defensive start spawns in Search and Destroy have been moved. I'm not sure quite where to, but I presume it's a bit deeper maybe, because defensively on that map, yeah, you could get really far forward really quite fast. And on London Docks, capture the flag. I think it's great to see that the flags have been moved back, because it was people were just moving into the base, into the spawn, grabbing the flag, not engaging in any gunfights, not having any trouble, and then just running straight out. Whereas something like Arden's Forest, they're really far deep into the spawn, quite close to the enemy spawn, so as soon as the enemies are spawning in, you're at a disadvantage already. Hi there, back again. So for the next topic of conversation, I was just wondering what you wanted to see on the channel from here going forward. Would you like to see more Call of Duty with a few tips and tutorials thrown in there? Would you like to see more Fortnite and a few other games such as Madden and FIFA, Destiny, a few other games like that? Or would you like me to just stay as I am? That's all for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel to see more Call of Duty and more Fortnite gameplay. It's been LT Alpha. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.